Hello, and welcome to the recap from Jupiter, which is a series that we do where we talk about the most recent Gundam show, that is Mobile Suit Gundam G-Quux, with 6 U's. The 6 U's is gonna matter, guys. It's gonna matter. I'm gonna be so vindicated when that happens. My name is Scott.
Quack.
Yeah, that's Jab Man.
Quackman.
The Quack Man. The Quack Man. Anyway, I was out of town last week, so we have to do 2 episodes. But before we do 2 episodes, we have to talk about our sponsor, Hobby Link Japan. HLJ.com, home of many excellent model kits and other such things. We are highlighting the pre-order page for high grades from this series because you can pre-order high grades from this series, and that's pretty cool. You can still get a Gelgoog. They have not done an order stop on the Gelgoog. They have not done an order stop on new item D, which is probably the Rick Dom. And, yeah, otherwise, and again, keep your eye on that page, because, we're about to see new item E pop up, probably.
New item E,
Yep.
which we'll get to.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna be new item E. But we'll see. We'll see. If any, I have a theory what new item E might actually end up being. They did just announce. We did just get a bunch of announcements from Shizuoka Hobby Show, and it looks like the redesigned the redesigned Gundam in white, that's gonna be P Bandai.
That thing is starting to grow. Like I said, originally I didn't like the Gundam redesign, but the more I see of it in this series, like, okay, it's starting to grow on me. Give me a master grade of the red one.
Yeah.
In 4 years.
4 years if we're lucky.
Yeah.
14 for some. The record remains 14 years for some.
We just got the friggin' Vidar.
Yeah. Well, that got delayed by plague, as far as I know. That was supposed to be like 2021, wasn't it? Alongside the opposite side of the lupus. Yeah.
I keep thinking, like, the past 2 years I've been giving the excuse of, yes, but the 2020 and 2021 were such a cluster, it screwed up their schedule. It's 2025 now. Schedule, they still aren't putting out much.
Yeah, and I mean, I also know that they built the new factory. They built the new factory, which that doesn't mean the old factory stopped.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, we're not here to lament the famine of master grade releases.
I am.
Or even the reprint rate of high grades. What we are here to talk about is episode number 5. Nyaan Doesn't Know About Kira Kira, directed by Kohei Kuritomi, who did 5 episodes of G-Witch, and written by Yoji Enokido, who has written every episode of this but the first one, and also Dragon Dentist.
Not even going to touch that one.
It's a show about someone who works as a dentist for dragons.
Sure, why not? But everyone wants to see the Kira Kira, but nobody wants to see the Athrin Athrin.
That is true. No one wants to see the Athrin Athrin. And you know who we
or the really Alexdino.
Oh, that guy is a master of disguise. We'll never see him. Never see him. And we really don't want to see the Shin Shin.
Oof. Shinji. Okay, I'll stop.
All right, we're done. Because episode 5 opens up with a space recycling plant. Because it turns out that someone in Nyaan is buying up all of the scrap. All of it. They need all the heavy metals. And who is delivering the heavy metals? But the Black 2 Stars.
Yes. Mayor Mash, which I love.
Yeah, Mash ran for mayor of I don't know where.
Won.
Yeah.
He's a mayor somewhere. He's living the good life. They lament he's the only one who played these cards right. Living the good life. hanging out in quotations with his secretary. I'm sure his wife loves that. But yeah, he's in scandal, but he's rich and a politician living somewhere. Meanwhile, the remaining two black duo stars, black duos. No, that didn't work. The remaining two black tri stars are junk dealers,
They are
and they want to be
space
mercenaries.
truckers. And
Space
the
truckers.
space trucker scene is great because it has regular, normal car horns. Like, everyone is lined up at the space recycling depot in various spaceships, but they are all honking their horns, and their horns make regular truck noises. And
In space, no one can hear you honk.
I adored this. I had a deep love of this moment of just like, they're in traffic. I understand that there would be a line for the recycling depot, but they're honking. They're making normal honk noises, and I just had to pause to enjoy that. I had to pause to enjoy that. Maybe new
Well,
item
it's
D is the space truck. That would be great.
I I would master grade tri-star dump truck, sure.
Yes.
Um,
But yes, what
but
they want, what the black two stars want to do is they want to go to Side 6, do a clan battle, beat up the Gundam because the Gundam ruined their lives, and then just be space mercenaries because they know that there will be a Zabi faction war. There will be a Zabi civil war. Everyone knows it now. And they're like, yeah, this will be great. This will be great. Also, there are official clan battle cards, like Cardis cards.
like this is illegal, right? Like I
Yeah,
would be surprised. I
yeah,
wouldn't be
it's
surprised if there was
illegal.
actual Gunpla model kits in this universe based off the clan battlers.
Look, in the next episode, we're gonna see that there are official Team Pomeranian stickers, and I don't think it's Jesse selling the stickers. I don't think he's doing that. I think that is
Like
someone in the org team.
for
The
something
sa-
that has is so illegal, it's got a lot of merchandise.
it's like we have two merch lines confirmed,
Right?
which means there are probably also hats.
Yes.
Anyway, we cut to gossip at the clan battle office because everyone's concerned that Machu has seen a man die, seen a
Hmm.
woman murdered, and is she gonna be okay? And Anki is just like, here's some don't. I understand that you have experienced a moral injury. I have brought you donuts. Let's
Yes.
discuss how you can proceed working for me after this moral injury.
Yes. Donuts from Saturn Donuts, which is using the exact same font as Dunkin' Donuts. I appreciate that. And we get our first fan service. Maki's on the roof in a bikini, getting a tan from not the sun, but kind of the sun. It's off the mirrors, whatever.
It's
I'm
still
not sure how that
sunlight.
works.
It's still sunlight. It's just off the mirrors. It counts.
Does that still count as a suntan though?
Look, if I take my shirt off in a greenhouse, I'm still getting a suntan.
I guess. It just seems like a complicated way to do it. They use the Gundam as a tanning bed later. But anyway.
Yeah.
Um
uh anyway,
our,
Anki
the
confirms that Machu can do her job. We then find out that Javier is out on the pounding the pavement looking for the Quux on his own. Except he's
yeah,
a spy. He's a double spy. Kycilia
well,
put him on the green base to watch Chalia, and he's got a friend who talks to him on the subway.
right. Well, I do like that he heads down to try and look for the Gundam like, dude, you were the one that was arrested and they released you. It's not like they're not gonna know you're there.
They
As soon as you put one foot on that colony, everyone's gonna be watching you. Hello, dog.
yeah. Bonus points for the video viewer. There's a puppy. Anyway, yeah. We establish that he is doing spy work. We then get a montage of Machu moping and doing laundry, and they have a little sling thing, like a little sling bag for Haros, just for Haros.
I do like that he tracks like, wait a minute, that's that same stupid Haro. Not that he recognizes the girl at first, but like, oh, that's that Haro wearing the hoodie hat. Damn, that's got to be the pilots. he doesn't like say that's them, but he definitely clues into them. A security guard, a racist security guard, spots them and starts, heckling.
Well, first
Nyaan.
first we spot that we go to Shuji's hangout, and they all chill out on the Gundam. Everyone has a moment where they just rest themselves on the armor plates because the armor plates are cold, and they're like, "This is nice." And Shuji is talking about how nice and cold it feels, foreshadowing something. Foreshadowing is a literary device in which, yeah, Javier spots the girls, and then the space cops are like, "Hey, we know you're a refugee." This is actually, I want to pause and talk about episode 1 for a second because someone pointed this out. Is that in the so most of the signage on the subways and other official buildings is split between English and Japanese, but when we go to the the section of town that's just all built up of refugees and other like dubiously legals that the cops tear up, all the graffiti is in Thai and Korean, which
Ah,
is which is a nice touch, actually.
I did notice the Korean, but it's interesting that the Thai's in there too. That ain't sending a subtle message. I'm not sure what
Yeah,
is.
yeah. Anyway, Gundam's never been about politics. Gundam has never been about politics. No, sir.
Never.
Never been about politics. Anyway, the cops start hassling the undocumented young lady, and the solution to the cops, Machu decides that the solution to cops hassling her undocumented friend is
Just to kick him in the balls.
yeah, and somewhere in a different universe, there is Camille, an autistic teen with blue hair and pronouns, is just throwing the thumbs up. Just
Nice.
nicely
She
done.
does it. She does the not with the shoe, but with the shin.
Yeah, like
Oh,
she gets the proper Thai kickboxing in there. Yeah,
yeah. That guy is on the ground for a while.
that
And when
guy
he gets
ain't.
up, his voice is one octave too high.
He's going to a doctor to make sure nothing impacted wrong.
Well, let's put it this way. In St. Louis, we have a famous catcher for our St. Louis Cardinals called Yadier Molina, and he was behind the plate for a very long time and never got injured in that area until his second to last year when a foul ball went down and then back up. And he had to go to the hospital, and he had to have a syringe in a certain area to pull liquid out.
Yeah, it's swelling down there. Can go Can go real bad. Can go real bad.
Nope.
Don't like it. Don't like it. And at
There's
this
a reason
point,
I never played catcher.
yep. At this point, Javier decides his solution to his finding the Gundam problem is to force Machu into a luggage locker.
Yes.
Um,
Which it's like, dude, you
I
just
mean,
grabbed a schoolgirl and pulled her into a locker.
this is like, fortunately the cops are clueless and don't check the luggage lockers, which are suspiciously big. I've used
Yeah.
luggage lockers at train stations in Japan, and they'll fit a pretty big bag, but not two people standing up.
That was a big freaking locker. That was a
That's
closet.
that was a closet. That was a closet.
Yeah.
What are you Who is traveling with luggage this big, Jeffrey? Who? Who, I ask?
Lady Kycilia. Anyway.
Anyway, he's like, yes, I will prove that this girl is the pilot of the G-Quux by preventing her from going to clan battle. Nyaan is like, wait, if we don't go to clan battle, we forfeit like everything we've won so far, which would interrupt our plan of going to Earth, because Machu earlier revealed that she had put down a down payment on a glider for everyone, and they just need to win two fights to retirement. The clock is ticking, and they can buy their glider. And so Nyaan says, well, Shuji does most of the work most of the time. I just have to be present. So I will put on the flight suit and the hat and sneak past my support staff, and I will just go out into space with no piloting experience and let Shuji do the work. Shuji is running a fever.
Yeah, it doesn't go quite the plan.
So he is
Um,
he is not able to participate to the best of his abilities, and we are introduced to the redesigned Rick Dom, which has perfect Zeong legs. Or
yes,
Zeong legs. And I really like this design. I like it. I love it. I really like the third
I
leg. I like the big old
the,
jets.
I was kind of like, and then they put the third leg on it, and it kind of had like that tri spiral going. The three engines in a triangle formation. I'm like, okay, I kind of like that now.
Well, also
And
like
they're flying around.
the animation on the jets is so great because it's still CG mech fights, but they're doing something hand painted in the jets that I really liked to look at. I like these Rick Doms. I think they're neat.
Yes, I I like the Rick Dom redesign. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of the Zaku redesign. The Gundam redesign is slowly growing on me, but the Rick Doms, no, I like that out of the gate.
And as much as they have brought back, they are bringing back the TriStars and the Rick Dom. They are also bringing back the spirit of the Adzam and the spirit of Rambaral, because they just start by electro whipping the protagonists, because we have to
Well,
electrocute someone every season.
yeah. Well, I like that even the Team Pomeranian guy's like, "What's he doing? He's just trying to electrocute the pilot." But
Is that
but
legal?
that's like, and he's like, "Yeah, hell yeah, it is." Like, there's no rule. The only rule is first person to knock off the head. If the pilot's dead, that's gonna be pretty easy.
Yeah. Again, I'm starting to think that this illegal murder game is
Yeah,
perhaps not well regulated. You know,
yeah.
this is not this is not a sustainable sport. It's sort of like how, the MMA bars the things that destroy joints because then you don't have fighters anymore, right?
Yeah. Now, see, if you want to keep making merch for this series, you need teams to survive, and
Yeah.
electrocuting them usually doesn't do that.
Yeah, like I don't think the situation's that bad on side six, even in the refugee parts where it's like no, I don't think people would sign up to die, get electrocuted for fun, not for Twitch money anyway.
But Nyaan is able to activate the SciComm system
Well,
for
Haro just
some
turns it.
reason.
No, Haro turns it on.
Char's and damn Haro, isn't he?
Haro is definitely up to something. Anyway, Haro turns on the Psycommu, and Nyaan goes into Kira Kira mode, but she's bloodthirsty. She's out for
Oh yeah.
blood. She don't care about people.
No, when she gets in there, her she just gets power hungry. When the other girl gets in, she's just amazed by the beauty and the power and the not so much the power, but the feeling of it all. When Nyan's in there, she's like, I can do anything in here, and nobody can stop me. And she just starts going to town on the Rick Dom. She almost kills them both right out of the gate. I like that one cockpit shot where she slices it open and you see the pilot inside and he's about ready to poop himself and he just flies off.
Well, that's where we get our second Ramba Ral moment, because he's like pushing the molten metal out of the way so he can see, which is a Ramba Ral thing. That was the Ramba
Yeah,
Ral scene. And we
yeah,
just get we get a really great scene where we show both of them doing teamwork, even though Shuji's not all there. We're seeing both of them being able to work, both teams working together and bouncing around each other and really showing off what the two-person team does.
we get a Dragon Ball reference when one of the Doms flies up and does a solar flare,
Solar
uh,
flare.
te- temporarily blinding Nyan. He goes in for the strike, and Nyan literally just grabs the Gundam, the red Gundam, pulls it in front of her, and says, "Do something."
Yeah, just
Like,
drag him shield first in front of a rocket. It's so good. We get the dummy balloons. I didn't know there were dummy
yeah,
balloons in this, but that was fun. We get a bunch of
real rock.
dodging. We get some dodging, and Nyan just grabs one of the other beam savers and hacks everybody up. And Ortega goes out thinking, man, we really were a three-person team.
Yeah.
I'll miss you, Mash, and then I'm dead. And all the while, Machu is in the locker watching Xavier's phone as as she realizes that she's in the Kira Kira, but that's mine. That's my special thing with Shuji, and I'm not
Yeah.
jealous at all. We haven't seen her be jealous at all this episode. She definitely did
No.
not discard all her clothing right in front of two people to prove that she would discard her clothing in front of two people.
Have
Oh.
we mentioned these kids are high schoolers?
Yeah, again, yeah, it's no one is wearing pants in one scene, and I'm like, this didn't happen to me at high school. There were no pants off parties in my high school.
uh, Scott, we were
Yeah,
not the cool kids. I'm sorry.
but I was in band and the student paper.
We were not the cool kids.
Yeah, I know. Anyway,
We're
end music, dramatic rain, smash cut to next episode, the plot to assassinate Kycilia, which, in the
or the
Japanese...
alternate title to this. Go ahead.
Well, I'm just gonna point out that, the word for plot they use in Japanese is keikaku, a word I can't take seriously ever.
Well, my alternate title, I scratched that out on my notes here and I rewrote it at the end of the episode as "Shit's About to Get Real."
Oh yeah, we are definitely approaching the oh shit's getting real. I was expecting this knob to get turned at episode 8, but it's like no, we are making shit real now. Shit is about
Yeah.
to get real. This episode is directed by Motoki Nakanashi, who did 2 episodes of Witch from Mercury in the later half, like 20 and 24, and 5 episodes of Saikyo Kanizmode. I have no idea what that is, but he's done other things, but he's younger. He's a younger director, and again written by Yoshi Enokido, who had done all the episodes but the first one, and Razefon the movie.
Yay, Rosafon.
Razefon mentioned,
but I love Rosafon.
hey, of the writing ripoffs, it is the best one.
Yes. Machu's not happy.
She is not happy. She very quickly changes outfits with Nyaan so that everyone thinks that she was out there in the fight. She preserves the illusion, but she's very, very not happy.
Well, I like the fact that the man from Jupiter, he's been watching this the whole time. And later in the episode, he's like, the pilot, she obviously didn't know.
He
I don't know who's
clocked
piloting
that
that
Nyaan
time, but that wasn't her.
Yeah, he clocks that Nyaan flies completely different. And I will say, we get our one of 2 very deep cuts with a delivery from the Green Base accepts a delivery from Silas. Silas from First Gundam. She is the lady that was like the tech team on the Bra Bro.
Yeah.
She is dropping off. Okay, so this is something that was in the movie. She drops off the Kikaroga. The Kikaroga is the name of an MSV unit that was supposed to be like a prototype Zeong. In this, the Kikaroga is the Bra Bro.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I remember the Kikaroga. I didn't remember exactly what it was. But as soon as I saw her, I clocked, like, I know her. I don't know who she is, but I know her. And I had to go back and look up who she was. Cause,
yeah.
Like, no, I've seen her before.
Yeah.
I don't remember who she is, but I've seen her before.
Yeah, no. In the movie, they call the Bra Bro the Kikaroga. I don't know why. Why is the gym called the Gelgoog? Same reason, basically. Anyway, we are starting to see that there is some treaty trouble going on with Side 6, and that Kycilia is planning a secret meeting on Side 6, probably so that she can swing them to her side when the Zeon Civil War happens.
Yeah, Kycilia is already in plans to get people on her side. Really, Kycilia's plotting. Who would have thunk it?
Yeah.
But,
apparently she has also not left the moon in 5 years, which is something. That's probably why Girin's still alive. If she's not on the same planet as him, he can't they can't murder each other.
Yeah, it's also the same thing. It's like, well, she's on the moon for 7 years, so Guillermo won't kill her.
Yeah, no.
Like,
If
that's
these
the one place
people
she's
are
probably
in,
safe.
if these people end up on the same planet, one of them will die. That's just how it
Yes.
works.
Yeah. Um, I do like. I'm convinced Chari's in that Gundam because Nyan's there and she's upset. She's eating and she's kind of freaked out by all the things she did in the last episode. And Shuji is telling her what the Gundam is saying, and
It was
everything the
fun.
Gundam is right.
The Gundam is
Everything the
not.
Gundam is saying is what Char would say if he was there.
Yeah, he is not an emotionally reassuring person. He is like
No,
the Gundam is like, I understand that you have experienced a moral injury. That's rad, actually.
well,
That's
you
moral
said it years
injuries
ago.
are fun and awesome.
Yeah, you said it years ago. It's still true. What's he good at? Only two things: manipulating people and blowing stuff up.
Yeah,
Now, as a Gundam, he can blow stuff up, and guess what? He can still manipulate people.
yeah.
Like a crazy homeless man and a couple of teenage girls.
I mean, I mean, really, Lala was also homeless and a teenage girl. Camille was a teenage boy and very quickly became homeless. Shinjin
He,
Kun also
the more I,
homeless.
the more I think about it, he manipulates a lot of homeless people. That's a little creepy now that I think
I
about
mean,
it. Yeah,
easy mode, I'll say.
I guess. Yeah.
Kess,
Um.
homeless.
Okay, this is going down a really dark turn. It's darker than I think.
All right, well, let's go back to Javier hanging out on the subway with his spy friend. Piecing together, we reveal that yes, Kycilia versus Girin is pending, but then Javier spots the Side Six local police, the guy who was roughing him up in the police office. So yeah, it's like he knows the jig is up. He knows he has been spotted and he needs to get back home. We then cut to Shuji's hangout, and that Nyaan and our little box spot are they're rolling dumplings. They're rolling
Yeah.
dumplings, and this little robot who has no fingers, he's just doing it one little digits, can roll a dumpling so much better than I can. I don't.
Yeah.
I am
Well,
very
of
upset.
course, a robot can do that better. Of course, you can.
Well, I
Yeah,
understand that
that's
as
the
a
kind of-
robot, he has infinite control over his infinite and very specific control over his digits, but he doesn't have fingers. It's just prods.
But yeah, then they have that conversation I was talking about where I'm convinced Char's in that Gundam because he is somehow still manipulating everyone in the Gundam. We find out Amate's got a parent-teacher conference coming up. We
Yeah.
find out what her mom does. Her mom
She-
is a diplomat,
A
which
chief
that's going to
diplomat.
come in later.
A chief diplomat.
Chief diplomat.
She has
On
the
side
good
6.
she has the good desk in the office.
And we do get mention of her father, who I guess is still alive, just not there.
Yeah, and maybe is that because he has a job on the moon? Is that because they're separated? I mean, there are a lot of reasons for distant dads, especially in Gundam.
In Gundam.
Yeah.
Distant parent, anyway.
Yeah.
I do like that Shalia Bowl meets up with the head of the Pomeranian group in the middle of a construction yard.
Yeah.
And
They've bulldozed part of the neighborhood they blew up in episode 1.
Yeah. And
As
they're
part of
apparently
rebuilding.
they're gonna rebuild new homes, new projects for the people.
Somebody.
Yeah, that's
So
somebody, yeah.
we learn Anki is ex-Zeon, and they reach a
Yep.
deal. Charlie is very happy to have a bunch of fresh combat data off the G-Quux, and will just happily let them win their last match and collect all the prize money. He'll just
and
take
they'll pay him to do it.
and then he'll just very happily hand her some cash for the G-Quux back, and that'll be fine.
And you can win this, and you can keep the prize money, and I'll pay you for the services, and we can get the Gundam, and you can be fine. It'll all be great. By the way, who are the two that are piloting the Gundam? And even she goes, two.
Well, he asks, so tell me what about the pilot? Oh, she's just a young lady I know. Both of them?
Right. Which is
he knows. He's got this all Figure. Uh,
They also talk about Amanda Kamala, which is delivering a gigantic AC unit for the colony. That's an AC unit. That's what that is.
okay, I will believe that a colony HVAC system is very big. But before I want to talk about that scene in just a second, but we do have to jump back just a second because Nyaan hangs out with her fixer, her facilitator, the guy who hands her the jobs, and we find out that he has his own daughter. He wants to get her something nice, and he's also actually pretty nice to Nyan. He takes her out to dinner, and we get a little domestic scene of Nyan. She's got a little apartment. The like domestic pauses bits of this show remind me of Ava. Just the first half where they will just let characters kind of sit in their zones for a while, and you can vibe with them. In a short show, having these moments to breathe is really good. This whole episode is a bit of a breather, which is nice. But
I was
yes,
a little upset with I was a
yeah,
little
go.
upset with Neon in that episode because, like, okay, your boss, i.e., handler, i.e., guy who gives you jobs, is being nice to you. You could at least give him some ideas, but you was kind of a jerk to him.
Well, also, I don't think she knows how, like, she's not a normal teen girl. She doesn't know what normal teen girls want. She
Oh,
wants
and one other thing, she did just kill two people yesterday.
also that. Also, she
Yeah.
has recently sustained a moral injury.
Yes,
Uh,
by murdering two people.
yes. Uh, so we get a delivery from the Amala Kamala company, and I freeze framed. I've been like quick freeze framing on certain things because
Mhm.
they see like the customs form. The ship delivering this is the Kobayashi Maru.
I saw that. I was like, some Star Trek fan out there snuck that in.
Oh, that's Anno pure and simple. We also see
Oh
a
yeah.
scene where Anki is like throwing some documents into the safe at the office, and there's a pile of money. And do you know whose face is on the money on side 6? Do you know who? Yoshiyuki
Look,
Tamino circa 1978, back when he still had hair.
I didn't catch that one. I caught the Star Trek reference, but I didn't bother to slow down and look who was on the money. But that makes sense. Like, well, yeah,
Yeah.
who are you gonna put on the money? Tomino, kill them all himself.
Yeah. Ah.
Uh,
And yeah, we also find out that Anki is also planning on selling out the Red Gundam, not to Chalia, to someone else.
right.
Presumably, she's gonna sell that to Kycilia's side of the things.
Yeah.
Uh,
Amate hears all this,
yeah,
and I do like that one of the other members of Team Pomeranian, he doesn't like it, but he's not in charge. She comes in, thinks, "Hey, how you doing?" And he's like, "Okay, it's over. You need to stop piloting. Why? Just it's over. We're done. You've had your fun. We'll give you your prize money. Go back to being a regular girl.
yeah.
You need to get out of this."
Like you find a way to be normal after this. And speaking of normal, we have parent teacher night, where I applaud the teacher for trying to go to bat for Machu because um in her own way because it is Machu's grades are slipping, which is her mom has finally realized because she's gotten the report card, and it's like, oh, you've been skipping cram school, what have you been doing? And yeah, and she's like, I can't tell you that. And the teacher's like, well, if you just write one thing on your career goals list, we can move forward with this meeting. And she's just like, the only thing I want to do is go to Earth. It's like, that's not a job. We can't talk because you can't figure out why I want to go to Earth. And then she runs.
Well, she wants to be a jellyfish and swim in the ocean. That's all she wants.
She just thinks living on Earth is more authentic than living in space. And yeah, when you're a teenager, everything's fake. Everyone's a phony.
And you know better than anyone because
Yeah.
you have life all figured out at 16, 17 years old.
So we get some exposition scenes about Amala Kamala from from the team on the green base. It's a company registered in Japan, and we then cut to our first representative from Amala Kamala, and it is our second deep cut. It's Gates Kappa from Zeta Gundam.
It took me a minute. It took me a minute to catch up who that was.
Well, again, Zeta Gundam has too many characters.
Yeah. Oh, we'll get to one.
Please
big heavy
eliminate
hitter.
3. I am not a crackpot.
The one who shows up later. Oh no.
Yeah. So
But
he
he's
is
watching.
Gates Kappa
He's
is
spying on the green base.
He's spying on the green base. We cut to him him meeting up with his boss, Colonel Bascom. Colonel Bascom in a terrible hat. Just the worst hat.
As soon as I saw him, I was like, "Oh no, this colony is so doomed."
They are so fucked. I don't think I think there were 2 things in that AC unit. I think there are 2 things in that AC unit. But we established that yes, the Amala Kamala group is actually Murasame Labs, and that they are building cyber new types. Which hey, quick shout out! They are this version, this timeline, still using the Japanese word for enhanced humans. If there was ever a show to switch it up and say cyber new type, like Saiba new type, this would be the one. But nope, still saying enhanced humans. And it is Bascom's
cyber
plan.
types, you can't kill it. It's
yeah.
No, Basque's plan. Oh, I gasped when they got this other girl there with her.
The plan is to kill Kycilia. It's to murder Kycilia.
Plan is to kill Kycilia. Plan is to kill Kycilia. They all know she's going to be there. We see her on a jet later, and she doesn't look anywhere near as terrifying as I thought she would. But they have this little girl there. She's wearing a Mortal Kombat scorpion mask for reasons unknown.
Probably related to the enhancements.
Probably. She's getting changed into her pilot suit, and the other guy's like, "What are you doing?
You don't have to.
We're not
hours
piloting
from
now."
operation time.
And she goes, "I wanted to feel like my own skin." And she goes, he's like, "Look in the window. You see that girl? That's you." She goes, "That's not what I see. What do you see? The heart? Heart of what? Psycho Gundam." And I was like, "Oh no."
I still think there are 2 things in that ship. But yeah.
Well, yeah, he's piloting something too, but
no, I think there's something else. I think there is something to connect to the HVAC system in that ship. I think they will blow it up and then gas them. I think there's some Dangar G3 in there.
Oh no. Yeah, that could be his like backup plans. Like, okay, we can't. We lost the Psycho Gundam. It didn't work. Gas the colony. We'll take everybody out.
No, I think no witnesses. Yeah.
Well,
so this is
everyone's going to see this, but
yeah, our girl is Murasame. If you are a fan of extended weird bits of Gundam, you will know that there was a Zero Murasame. We have all, of course, know and love for Murasame. Is new, but presumably just the fact that we have 2 previously named Murasame test subjects who just had numbers. Yeah, this fits. This is fine.
We couldn't call her Duo. We already have one of those.
We have one of those. We have one of those. Yeah. Also, I think Bascom is supposed to be from Quebec, so that tracks.
Really? He's Canadian.
Look,
most evil Canadian ever. Granted, that's a low bar.
Okay. There are plenty of evil Canadians, and B, I mean, take that with a grain of salt. All maps and timelines are lies in Gundam.
True.
We see
Amuro's from Virginia.
Well, Amuro, in one of the lying maps, Amuro is also Canadian. But again, all maps are lies. Back to the show. Nyaan and Machu start to make up at the temple from the first episode. We see Shuji is starting to redo his painting of the Kira Kira. and then Javier gonna get shot.
Yeah.
Side 6 cops are
The,
like, actually, we really don't like you here, and we need to send a message that we don't like you here. So we go murder you in this alley. Both of us. We are gonna mmurder you. And he's like, I do
can I
not.
also point out?
Yeah.
I also point out this is terrible gun etiquette.
Oh,
Like, okay, we're both going to shoot him front back. Like, what about through and through?
yeah. Like these are
Crossfire.
these are 9 mils. There's a reasonable chance of crossfire even if you hit. Uh,
Yeah.
And okay, maybe space cops use frangible rounds. I will accept that space cops would use frangibles, but it's like, yeah, no, this is bad. This is a bad play. I understand you need to block off his escape route, but you're gonna shoot each other. But that
Yeah.
does not happen because Jetpack Chalia sniper mode
Yeah.
just double taps these guys.
Well, the other thing that made me did I only hear one shot?
No, he fired twice. There were 2
Okay, I was
shots.
gonna say, how do you get him with both with one shot? That was good,
No,
and miss him.
yeah, he like Javier hits the ground. We hear 2 shots and see 2 muzzle flashes, and then there's just Shalia in his dress uniform and a jetpack, just casually handling a rifle, and it's like, anyway, I am going to just. I rushed this. I am very sorry, but we are going to have to refer this to Girin's people on the colony to cover up. Also, Kycilia is here because we see Kycilia on a shuttle.
Nowhere near as terrifying as I thought she would be. That looks pretty much like Kycilia from the original series.
She looks a
Sans
little
ninja,
she does look a little older, which is good. They
a
aged
little
her well.
older, but Sans ninja mask. I do like like. If you go back to Gundam the Origins, like yeah, I can see those two connecting.
Yeah, yeah, like those are designs that fit. It is interesting that they've tried to keep the designs really close. Like Gaia and Ortega looked the same, Mash looked the same, Gates Kappa looked about the same. Bascom is identical because he has a weird shaped head and goggles. It's just Chalia that gets the glow up, really.
Yeah, everyone else looks the same. Chalia, he gets the big eyes, and like everybody else, I guess he got plastic surgery. I don't know,
I don't
but
know.
no, the like I said, shit got real as soon as I saw Bask. I was like, oh, this isn't good, and I was right.
And we've already
Because
seen the Psycho Gundam in the preview. We've seen it.
it's big, it's nasty, and we are going straight up Ava versus Angel in the colony.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
boy.
we are in for a ride for the next 6 episodes, and I am hype. I am hype, friends.
Well, until this episode, till this, I was thinking back watching when I watched that first episode of the Dom. I was like, that was fun, but like this really wasn't blowing my mind. Like I liked Witch from Mercury a lot more at this point. Granted, this is a much shorter series, but I was like, okay, I'm not feeling it. I don't hate it, but this is like you said, this is mid for me. It's not great, not
I'm not
awful.
connecting to the characters as much yet. I'm not like that. That's what I'll
No,
say. Like I was much more attached to Soleta by 2 episodes ago, right?
yeah. You found your favorite character in Witch from Mercury pretty darn fast, whoever it was.
Yeah, whoever it
I still
was.
I still miss Mika. But anyway.
Yeah.
But in this episode in this series, like there's nothing really interesting. The best episode for me was still that flashback episode, just because it was, Easter Egg City and it, nostalgia bomb. And
And
not
you
much is
already know
happening.
Char. You already know Char.
Yeah.
We know Char's thing.
Yeah. And this whole clan battle thing was getting old. Like, okay, clan battle's done now.
Yeah. I mean, it was a
Whatever's coming next.
great excuse for combat animation, but now we're into the real stuff.
Yeah, Team Pomeranian is just agreed to sell the Gundam twice to two different parties, and it's over. And the Psycho Gundam is here to kill Kycilia, and things are gonna go really bad because whenever that thing shows up, nothing good happens.
Yeah. Bad scene.
And so we're at episode 8 now, are we?
We're going into 7.
Going into 7, we've got 6 more to go.
Yeah, halfway.
Here we go.
This is gonna get big. This is gonna get big. It's gonna get
This
wild.
is, like I said, I've been enjoying this. Nothing to write home about so far, but guess what? It is make or break time. And based on the previews, I think it's a make. Granted, it's early, but it's like, okay. Like I said at the very beginning, right at the top of my notes, I always write the title of the episode. I scratched it out after I was done and wrote, shit about to get real.
Yeah. I mean, and this could just be a show we like for the plot. You know, there are shows that are character shows, and there are shows that are plot shows, and this is the plotting's nice, even though I'm not really attached to any of the characters quite yet.
Now, I don't have a favorite character.
Yeah.
Outside of Hoodie Haro,
I
who
mean,
barely counts.
I mean, he is wearing a little hat.
Yes.
All right. With that, I will remind you that HLJ.com is your source for model kits for this series, as well as other things. There are plushies of the Haro and hats. You have to buy the plushie and the hat separately, which is how they get you. That's how they get you. But beyond that, HLJ.com, the link is in the description. That link is how they know we sent you, so we can earn a little money. And yeah, otherwise, I'm going to say we will be back soon enough to talk about how this shakes out.
Quick shout out to Spider Enigma in the chat. Thanks for chatting with us.
Yeah,
Sorry we're so engrossed in that, but
yeah, I should say, like, yeah, Spider Enigma says that they say that. What they say is that Amala Commanda is a company that would use gas. I don't know if they say that they have used gas, but yeah, bringing up gas is, well, foreshadowing is a literary device in which.
And yeah, this is, as soon as she said Heart of the Psycho Gundam, I just went, oh no. This is gonna get rough, folks. Remember,
yeah.
Who is this aimed at? The hardcore fans.
This show runs after midnight. They can get messy. They can get messy. But
So,
anyway,
yeah.
until
I'm
next
Jab
time.
Man. Shit's about to get real.
Yeah, until next time. See ya.